Today we're going to be looking at, for our assignment, it's called Central Ideas and Details. We should already be familiar with what a central idea is. A central idea of a text is one of the main points the author is trying to make. Sometimes a central idea can be called the main idea. A central idea can always be supported with details from the story. So when we have our main idea, we also have to have details to support this main idea. So today in the assignment, we're going to be talking about details and central ideas. We have here in the box, we have a central idea right here. It says, some sighted people sometimes misjudge people who are blind or visually impaired. This comes from the story Nothing Holds Me Back in the section called A Regular Kid. So in our story, we have a section called A Regular Kid. And in that section, it says here that sighted people sometimes misjudge people who are blind or visually impaired. Your job today is you're going to put a check mark next to details that best support this idea. So you are going to look at these 5 items that we have here, 5 sentences, and you're going to decide, does this detail best support this idea? And if it does, you're going to put a check mark. We're going to pick 3 details that support the central idea. So let's erase all of this, and then we will look at our details that we have here. Remember, the detail must support this central idea that we have right here. Our central idea is sighted people sometimes misjudge people who are blind or visually impaired. The first sentence, and though he has hosted many sleepovers, he has never been invited to stay over at someone else's house. If this supports this idea, then you put a check mark here. The next one, when Noah was young, the school he attended couldn't always offer the level of support he needed. If this detail supports this central idea, you would put a check mark here, and so forth. For instance, when Noah was in middle school, he was cast in a role in a school musical that involved dancing, but Noah wasn't included in the dance number. The next detail. One thing that has been hardest for Noah is connecting, says Susan. So many of our interactions are visual. And the last detail. It took years to find a piano teacher willing to take Noah on as a student. So you decide which 3 of these details support this central idea, and you check mark next to each of those that support this idea. When you get down to the bottom, when we go to the bottom here, I want you to, let me erase here. I want you to go ahead and put an X over this section right here. I do not want you to do this, so here, this section, I want an X over here. Try your best on this.